The year 2023 is going to be a very powerful spirit, a very spiritually powerfully charged year. So, as of right now, it is early 2023, and you may be feeling very connected with your inner child. A lot of spiritual stuff is going to happen this year. So right now it is early January, January 7th or January 8th, or I believe 8th or the 9th. And so there's a lot of energies going on right now, especially from the January 6th energy that I believe it was a full moon or an eclipse. I believe it was a full moon or it was a moon that hit. So the energies are still kind of floating around right now. But so right now you may be feeling very in tune with your inner child. You may be reminded of what you felt when you were a little kid. And you have the opportunity right now to provide for your inner child things that you couldn't provide for them when you were growing up, or things that couldn't be provided for you as a child when you were a child and your parents never gave it to you. Being an adult means that you have the ability to give yourself those things that, your parents really couldn't give you at the time. It may not seem the same or may seem a little odd to hear that or think that, but it's possible. And the thing is, when you are an adult and you want to do childlike things, you're just in tune with the inner child that's still inside of you. That doesn't just go away. The inner child is a thing that stays within us. We're just not a child, just not physically, and mentally we do grow, but that doesn't mean our inner child is gone. It's still within us. And you may be feeling connected to the better parts of it right now. You also may be feeling more in tune with the traumatic parts of it that were broken. You may be feeling it as it is right now. Maybe you'll be feeling bad about it, but most likely I don't feel like a lot of people will be feeling bad about it. It's just you observing what your inner child has gone through, whether it is good or bad. And you may be feeling a lot of the traumas right now, but it's good to just observe it right now, just to feel that is a truth that does exist within you somewhere. Doesn't mean that it's dominantly like your definition or anything like that. It's just there, and it's good to acknowledge that it's there. But you also may be feeling the good inner potential that your inner child had. You may feel very connected with the good things that you did feel as a young child, or things like that. Things that you wanted to experience, things that you wanted to feel. You'll be getting a sense of awareness of those things again. It'll be coming back to you. So yeah, expect that a lot. Expect a lot of just childhood things to be kind of washing through, or like a tide, just kind of coming through. Also this year is going to have a lot of opportunities to really grow more into who you really want to be. And I know you probably hear that a lot, but this year is very strong with those energies. One day you probably just woke up and just said, you just probably felt like a completely different person, or just had a sense of clarity, and you were just like, you know what, I've had a dream, or I had a goal, something that I wanted to do but never really was able to do it. This year the energies are going to be on your side, really strong, really supportive, and you are going to be feeling very motivated to do those things. So this year is going to be a very fiery year, or a very powerful year when it comes to pursuing your goals, or manifesting, creating things that you really want, experiences that you really want in your lifetime. It's good to just know that it is who you are, and it's no special thing that you need to do or prove yourself to get something. That's just not how life works. Life is just, how you feel is, life is just very complicated. I'm not going to get into all of that, but just don't think you have to be a certain way to really get what you want. What you want, it's something that is already inside of you. It just needs to be brought to life. It just needs to be brought out. And this year, just really focus on what it is that you want, and you will find opportunities. It's good to accept those opportunities, and you'll just have a strong sense of clarity. So you'll be strongly motivated to doing certain things. Moving on in certain areas of the past and of your life, things that really were strongly holding you back from being who you wanted to be in this lifetime. Expect those to kind of be sidelined for a while. So yeah, this year is going to be like a fresh start. It's going to be new. There was a issue with one of the old ancient calendars, and it mentioned something about December 21st, I believe, of 2022. And so this the equinox of December 22nd, I believe, was like the beginning of like some kind of new start or new beginning. So expect a lot of the new. Expect a lot of new. Can't think of the word right now. But into new energies, renewal energies, to be in your life right now. So yeah, I don't really think there's anything much else I could say, but yeah, expect this year to be very powerful, very, I guess, challenging in certain areas, but also more fulfilling. Life is going to feel like it's worth living again this year. There may be fluctuations, most likely, but I don't know. But I don't want to speak on that. I just want to say that the opportunities of this year is very good overall. And it is important to realize that and to know that. And just embrace the possibilities of what could be and what this year does have to offer. Also, this year is going to be very fast paced. So you have to expect to really keep up with a lot. A lot is going to happen this year. So far within this past year, have been a lot of crazy things that have happened overall, with a lot of celebrities, some football players, some actors, and it's just the fact that these things have already happened so early on, so quick, it's crazy. So a lot of injuries may be happening to people, a lot of life-threatening situations may be happening. It's just to kind of knock some things out of people. Sometimes it takes a traumatic maturity in order to sustain truths that we already know. But once the trauma happens, it becomes more tangible. You could be the smartest person in the world, but without the actual traumatic experience or, the traumatic maturity, then you can't really sustain certain levels of knowledge within yourself and be able to create a foundation off of it. That's one of the gifts of pain. So, life can't always be perfect. It can't always work out perfectly, and be happy and joyful, because we do need a rough experience sometimes to create a foundation. Also, if you feel like there was a timeline, like if you feel like the stars aligned and everything was perfect for you, and you felt your life going in a certain trajectory, the last couple years, the last year or so, and this year something odd happened and it just like knocked you sideways. It just completely changed the trajectory of where you felt your life was going. This year is going to be very prominent with that too. So expect something very unexpected to happen. This year is going to have a lot of unexpected themes and elements into it. And that is good, because that is what life should be about. The ignorance of life is, I think, where life's most potent blessings really are. Because as long as we're ignorant to these things, then we cannot bring these things into our limited understanding and limited experiences of what we think life is. So once ignorance is just a beautiful realm when it comes to experiencing new things and really being hit with a curveball, and this year is going to have a lot of that. So really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to seeing where life takes everybody, takes this world. On the downside, like I said, there may be a lot of injuries. A lot of injuries are going to be happening. A lot of odd deaths may be happening also this year. And I know it's weird to say, because, every year, but this year may seem very odd when it comes to that stuff. It's just, just really be happy with everybody in your life right now, enjoy them. The thing about the people in our lives is, you can meet somebody and they can say, hey, I love you, or, and you guys are having a relationship. The thing is, there are 7 billion people, over 7 billion people in the world or whatever. And out of all of those people, think of the one person that is actually there for you, really feeding a specific part of yourself, as in, if there's someone that you're in a relationship with and you actually love that person, think the good people in your life, like a best friend or family member, and think of all the millions of people in the world, billions of people. Any of those people could have said something to you, could have come into your life, could have been your friend, could have been in your relationship with you right now. But there is one person, maybe one person that is in your life right now fulfilling a specific role. And just think about how amazing it is to have that particular person fitting that particular role in your life right now. Just really think about that blessing and what that really means. I feel like that is a very strong thing to admire and really think about this year. Take a moment to just appreciate the people that are here at this particular time. Being grateful for things really does escalate the good in them, because the thing that you really focus on and feel the most is what life does evolve into. So when you really don't like a particular person or a job or something, then all you're going to be able to see and all that person's going to be able to show you or reflect toward you is the things that you don't like about them, the things that bother you about them, things that you don't like about them. So just take the opportunity to, kind of look at good things. That doesn't mean you have to, put how you truly feel aside or feel like I don't know how to really explain that. I'm not going to trip over my words or anything, but just really appreciate the people, the person that you want to appreciate that's around you, and appreciate the good things, appreciate the opportunities that you have. Really learn to appreciate where you're at and the situations that you're in right now, and learn how to really take that and turn it into something good. I looked at a banana the other day. I actually want to make a shirt of this. I don't know. Kind of a side note, a banana the other day, and I was looking at the banana, and I was thinking, is it better or worse to have a bad life or no life at all? And I thought to myself, if you don't have a banana, then you can't eat a banana. But if you have a spoiled banana, you can make banana nut bread. Same thing with life. If you have a spoiled life or a bad life, you can still make something delicious out of it. That was just something that I picked up looking at a banana. It really made me think about, if you don't have a life, or, if you're a parent and you don't want your child to have a life, and you hammer them and say, oh, no, you don't deserve to have a life. You don't deserve freedom. There's that. Just really think about that. And if you are a person who's had a bad life, you can still make something good out of it. There was a movie called, it was a new movie, something about I think it's The Paradise. And it kind of revolved around that same thing, which was parents, these people tried to give their kid a good life, and they're like, no, we don't want you to have a bad life, so just do this and this. But by doing that, she didn't have a life. She was just a robot. She was just programmed to do whatever. But the mistake that she wanted, or the choice that she wanted to make, their parents were like, this was a mistake that we made, and this is a mistake that you are going to make. We want to save you from it. However, when she made that decision, circumstances were different. Her parents were there, the support was there. Their daughter was a different person completely. And she learned how to take this bad decision or this choice and make it into a blessing, make it into something good. And just the whole journey of looking at a bad situation, how it ruined a person's life, how it ruined these characters' lives, and then learning how to make something good out of it, to see the depth that it had to offer and see what it could, just how they could evolve it into something better than it originally was. Expect that to be a very powerful theme for 2023 as well. I don't think that there's much else I can say. I feel like there's about 2 or 3 things on my mind, but I don't know. But anyway, I really hope that this was helpful. Pursue people that you love and want to love. And, just do it. Appreciate the people in your life. Pursue your goal. Pursue your dream. The world needs you. People need you. You deserve. You need to let yourself live. And just because you're walking in a body, that doesn't mean that you're alive. Every part of you that is inside of you deserves to be realized, and it deserves to see how it can influence the world, how it can help save the world, how it can make this place better to live in. And don't shun the past. Don't look at the steps that you've taken and look at them as if they are bad. Like if you are walking up a flight of stairs, each one of those stairs led to something. And so don't walk up the stair and look at the stair that you just walked past and said, oh yeah, that's a stupid step. I didn't really need that because I'm here where I'm at now. Don't do that, because when we're creating the future, we have to look into the past and we have to realize what did work. Instead of saying these were the old ways of how we did things, now we need to change that. Look at the new ways of doing things. Well, the new way of doing things isn't wrong. I'll say that. I'll just say it's not wrong, but we do miss how the old ways did work. And instead of shunning the past and shunning how things were, we should probably look at how did they work and what we can learn from these things, or how we can incorporate things from the past into the present. The last many, many thousands of years, there was a buildup, and the way that the world is going in now, it seems as though the last couple thousands of years is being challenged, which is very odd. So this generation that we're in right now, this timeline that we're in right now, 2020s or whatever, it's very important because time is changing so much right now that I don't want the past blessings to be seen as a curse. And I think it's important for everyone to just remember how things of the past did work out and just have understanding of it. And when you have that understanding, that will help it will help everybody create a more healthy future. And the goals that we have for this year and what we're trying to pursue, what we're trying to do, having that lesson will really help those have a good potency to them, to the manifestations, to the creations of these things. And it's a pretty good year so far. Crazy year, fast-paced, very fast-paced. Don't be too worried about anything. Don't be just focus on what it is you're trying to create this year, and know that the Spirit's got your back, that a lot has your back right now. It is not the time to be fighting right now. Now is really not the time for humanity to be fighting itself. So just keep that in mind. Keep in mind that the world of paradise is there for those who seek it. With that, I literally just said that quote. I'm not quoting anything. I don't know if I'm quoting anything. But what that means is what's going to be promoted in the world is always going to be seen as bad. That's what you're going to see most of the time, is all the bad. But once you do decide to seek something higher, something more, then you're going to realize that as your life starts to evolve into something better, you will start attracting things that are better for you. Life will seem like, whoa, this really life the whole time? The first 30 years of my life, I could have actually been here, and I could have been actually discovering more great things starting from here. That's going to be a very powerful thing for the year 2023, is discovering that feeling. So just remember that when you do find the paradise of this life, and you do want to seek the paradise of this life, then just remember that what you see around you, what's going to be promoted in the world, what is going to be on social media, all of that is going to be what is wrong with the world. Everything that is wrong with the world is what needs the most focus on, which is why you're going to see it. The things that are going right in the world don't need to be changed. So that's why you're not going to see them. That's why they're not going to be promoted. Just keep that in mind. All good things in the world are always going to be kept in your heart. It's always going to be kept in how you perceive the world, and how you take in the world, and how you treat others, and how fruitful your life experiences are. The greatness that is life is always going to be inside. And there are physical things to show that, but just keep that in mind. So once you work on yourself and you get better at it, and you love, and you just keep on going, then life will start to evolve even better. It takes one person to do it. If one person can do it, many can do it. If many can do it, they can change. Then many can change a city. A city can change a state. The state can change a nation. A nation can change the world. Blah blah blah. That whole thing. So as long as you keep yourself better, things will get better. Last thing I will say before I go. Sometimes it's not about how we can wake up the world, how we can bring people into awareness of greatness. Sometimes being the greatness creates a foundation for those who will come after us, who need a foundation to create even better things. That is the war that a lot of us are fighting, you know who you are. And a lot of people are trying to keep people on the same page. We're trying to get people to see the truth. We're trying to get people to wake up to something. But, the thing is, it's not just about that. It's also, that's very important. But also for those of you who are in a position to do it, also realize that you may be actually responsible, or you may actually be in charge of creating a foundation for future leaders to take the place. Hopefully that does make sense, but sometimes great leaders do need a foundation to work on. And maybe in the future, when they do come to be, maybe what you do is the thing that's going to allow them to have the right stepping stool to step into their power and to become a leader that generations to come may need. I hope you enjoyed this review. Very important message about the year 2023. And stay strong, stay great. Do the best you can with what you got.